What's up, bro? This is my week 3 video, assignment 3. Here we've got a bird thruster. It's got a thruster on the bottom. It's got 2 torque thrusters on the sides, and there he goes. Um, so the way that works is I have my base lander class. It's got these abstract functions. And then when I create a lander from it, when I derive a lander from it, I get to define the thrusters that I'm using, um, and how we handle input to them. And then the input just comes here from lander control, um, which just gets key input and feeds it into the lander that it's assigned to. And then this lander control is part of the base class, so it's always there. My thrusters, I took the thrusters for the force thrusters. I took them off of the apply force to center, and I have them applying force to a position, which has some weird effects with this lander in particular, where the thrusters here at the bottom. If you turn it all, I guess you can really see it there, but it does a weird wiggle. I don't really know. It doesn't do that when it's applying force to the center. See, it's wiggling. I'm not sure what that is. I can't explain it physically. But I spent some time worrying about it, but I'm not gonna spend too much time worrying about it because this lander works just fine. So this is another lander. This is the double thrust lander, which is 2 thrusters on the side of an ice block. Let's see if I can get a light landing. Oh, never mind. He's going off to do his own thing. So let's see if I can get a nice landing with this. Gentle, gentle. So over here we see I had a soft landing, a medium, and then 2 more softs. I should be able to, if I go up high enough, get a hard landing. Let's see. It might not have enough mass. Boom. Hard landing. So I don't, the way I'm doing that is here in the, first, before we go into that, finish up the double lander. So all I've done for this one is there's only 2 thrusters in this, and I've overwrote the turn left and turn right to apply force, like so. So that's all that. For this, I didn't open it yet, but I've overloaded I've set up base functions in my big base class. So we have begin, end, pre, and post. And then we also have damage and collision for classes that don't need all the information supplied here. And so this damage callback is called in the contact listener in the post solve. I take it back. This calls the post solve, and then there's a lot of math that you'd have to do. One has to do to calculate the damage or the force. And so what I've actually done is I've put that into the platform base class because all the platforms are going to take damage. So we've overloaded here the post solve. And then inside the post solve, we do the math because I don't want to do it for every single class that doesn't need it. So right now I just have the platforms doing this, overwriting this function, and that's how that happens. I didn't get. I have the sling. Sorry, there's a lot to go over. I have the sling working per se. I have its sprite existing. I don't have any physics attached to it. I have a sling and it shoots back, and it's wonderful. And that is just. You have your slingshot, which has these 3 bad boys, 2 game objects, and a sling. The 2 game objects are just static, but the sling. is set up in the same way as the landers, where they have their sling control. A strategy, I think this is. And then that just calls the functions inside the sling. I don't, the way that I wanted to do my character damage was through a bunch of different states. And so over the weekend, I spent my time prototyping the states that I want to do, refiguring out the state machine. And so even though I don't have any health going on yet, I have this, which is arguably better, and I think you'll agree. I have a pig, and yep, and when he sits still, he blinks, which is my pride. He's my pride and joy. I love him. And the reason I prototyped this is because I know that the platforms and the birds are all going to have to change sprites as they become more damaged. And so the best way to do that is to encapsulate that logic in the states, which will then do their thing like they do this. So that is my progress on the game. I'm pretty sure I hit everything on the lander. Set the classes, yes. Create new lander. Yeah. Let's see. Working. I have begun working, so I've reported on it. You're welcome. I think that is it. So thank you so much.